Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for January 15th to the 21st of 2023. So our quote for the week says, "Your deepest need is to embrace your astounding nature and let it be free, despite all signs to the contrary." Deep breath. Embrace your nature and let it be free. Now, not free in a way that violates others, but free as in not repressed and suppressed by the culture or your conditioning or your surroundings. Despite the signs to the contrary that we don't look like we're free, we need to feel in our body and soul as if we are in order to function properly. We are creatures of this earth, and just like them, if we're boxed up and caged up, we're not happy either. So, deep breath. Honoring your nature, not making it wrong. Finding a way to make it useful, finding your place where that nature is honored and needed, right? But we don't want to make the nature wrong. And this week kicks off with a Pluto activation, initiation of transformation and transmutation and purification that's getting underway. So I thought it was perfect to reset our systems back to our original blueprint. With this particular activation, it is annual because it's the sun to Pluto. And you know that since 2008, every year it will link up with Pluto in Capricorn, and we're down to the last 2 years that it will do that. Come January 2025, it's going to start its 20-year journey through Aquarius, which is where the ultimate transformation will happen to us as individuals annually when the sun links up like it's doing this week. On Wednesday the 18th, Sun conjunct Pluto. This energy brings to mind a quote, "Circumstances don't make a man, they reveal him." The sun, which is your ego or personality, and Pluto, transformation, are connecting. And you are often a different being once this energy passes and these two planets separate again. Pluto brings into the light aspects of ourselves which may have been buried, neglected, or ignored lately, or for some, a very long time. Sometimes this is miraculous and life-saving, and other times it can be arduous and exhausting, but it is a completely natural process. With this energy, you can now more fully access your own source and transcend who you used to be and begin to truly embody who you are becoming. Bringing things into the light comes in many forms as you question all that you thought you were or thought you knew about what you really want to express in this lifetime. You can use this as a rebirth of light within you, or you can look at it as light being brought to your deepest, darkest places within to heal them with a pure, universal light. It is an initiation that often requires a release or sacrifice of some kind that ultimately allows you to grow and blossom in new, more authentic ways. As always, concentrated power with Pluto must be responsibly directed. So watch any projections or provoked power struggles and pick your battles. Everybody doesn't like light in their dark places. Deep breath. It's time to question if the sacrifices you're making are truly worth it. Relationships often strain under this influence because it is such raw truth rising from the soul, but it also brings things to the surface that are better addressed sooner than later. Think the Tower card in Tarot. It doesn't have to be destroyed necessarily, or maybe it does. As much as it needs to be transformed, it needs a new form. Remember, breakdowns always precede the breakthroughs. So this is a big transformative moment that we get a chance to tap into each year. It's getting juicy, y'all. That's all I can say. Each year is going to build on each other. So like I always say, everything's a response to the last thing and preparation for the next thing. Same day, Mercury goes direct. That's even better news. But that also means that Mercury's hanging out around in Capricorn as well. It means we got a little party going on there that in a couple of years is going to shift to Aquarius time. So keep that in mind. We're building something now that's going to be foundational and structural that will allow us more freedom in the future. If we can be responsible now and get organized now, we can be freer in the future, in the very near future, in the next 3 to 6 years future. So let's do this consciously. Same day, Wednesday the 18th, Mercury goes direct. So now we begin the post-shadow period, which is when we start to integrate all that's come up in the last 6 weeks. This extended stay in Capricorn has you rethinking your individual roles and responsibilities, but it also continues the work of creating structures for your life and containers for your creativity that allow you more freedom and authenticity. We can no longer fake it, so if what we're doing does not have meaning or value, then it is going to be harder to participate or contribute. If you haven't gotten any creative projects cooking at this time, then dig into your own individuality and look for the upgrade. It will be an area of life where you used to be overly attached, and now that has lost its emotional charge, so you can easily let the issue and those associated with it go. Let them go with ease and grace. It's even easier now. It is a liberation when the monkey mind gives you a break and you are no longer directly affected by others' choices or behaviors. Deep breath. You're sovereign, right? Same day, Wednesday the 18th. Now, y'all know I do most of my calls on Thursdays, but this young lady that's going to guest in my Venus circle, Teresa Reese, is dropping in to talk about the alchemist and the third eye chakra and reclaiming in Aquarius. So all of you that have strong Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus, Scorpio, this month's meeting between Venus and the moon, which technically happens January 23rd. So we're all in this window of the super new moon, the exact super new moon on the 21st. Uranus going direct on the 22nd. And this Venus moon alignment at the third eye chakra in Aquarius happens on the 23rd. So that's a powerful little window where the moon journeys through Capricorn and Aquarius and hits a bunch of other things. So deep breath. These are initiations. This is reclamation. This is a new beginning. And the alchemist takes everything we have and puts it together into some unique form of expression. So we're looking for our own unique genius and our own unique contribution. And this is a dynamic woman that is going to come in and drop some knowledge. She's got a couple of circles going and tools to offer. And if you have been tracking along with me, then you know that when we get to the reclamation side, because I've already worked with you so much on the release work and we've created this space in our systems, I want you to get new skills and new tools and new support systems to help you. So that's why I'm so excited. Last week's death class with NASA was amazing and had an amazing turnout and response. Both days we ran over time because it's such a deep subject. We realized it's not really something we can do in 2 hours, but we had so much fun collaborating that, of course, we're going to find other ways to do that. So let's branch out. When Aquarius energy starts seeping in, which begins by the end of this week, we start calling in the inspiration for the new year. We're approaching the Aquarius gate of power, technically on February 3rd. So we're moving toward that zone and initiating some new things that are bigger than just the annual, okay? That exact supermoon, we're about to get into that now, because on the 21st, we have the Aquarius exact supermoon. So this month, we are ready to seed completely new patterns and cycles of being and cycles of being an individual contributor to a larger community. Every year, we use this time to laser away the non-essential, purify our systems, and clear anything blocking the new vision for the year from taking root. What is most important to you this year, 2023? Are you working on the new role that you want to play going forward at this new level of maturity and higher level of consciousness? And what kind of communities do you want to be a part of and contribute your energy to? Aquarius New Moon is when you can dig into how your own unique essence can contribute to humanity and the planet in some way. It's connecting to your heart and discerning what you most value and are willing to build or invest in so that you are stabilized and whole enough to channel your own clean, authentic power for the greater good of all life. Deep breath. So if you're reading this, you will see that I tied in Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus, Scorpio to that whole sentence. They're all connected. They're connected to our self-love and self-worth and self-esteem issues. And they're all a different part of us that expresses in a different way through a different element. Earth and water, air and fire work together in our complementary energies. So when you connect to your heart in Leo, to discern what you most value and are willing to build or invest in so that you're stabilized and whole, that's all Taurus. So that you can channel clean, authentic power, that's Scorpio, for the greater good of all life, that's Aquarius. So the ultimate goal is that This month, my fixed babies are on deck. Aquarius is getting an initiation. Leo is having to integrate. Taurus, Scorpio areas of life are having the growth and development. December, January has led right to here and now. Deep breath. Let's meditate. So it is good to do a little review of what the new Sagittarius truth and story is emerging. That's from December, and early December is Sag, late December is Capricorn. What's the new structure and foundation that you're creating that will contain, nurture, and support your new Aquarian unique brilliance that wants to come through you? Even if it is simply living a more completely centered in your own authentic self and sharing that with others. Deep breath. It can be all about you. You don't have to go save the world. You just have to take care of you. And in Aquarius, we're initiating this new sovereignty, new freedom, new independence, new ways of expressing ourselves and our unique abilities and talents and skills. And this is an exact supermoon, which is extremely potent and powerful in and of itself. But now we can channel that energy and alignment into some higher vision for one and all. Exact supermoons, whether new or full, are relatively rare and sporadic. So they are special. And it is special when we can consciously co-create with them. So this was kind of deep. I went digging, y'all. The exact supermoons for this century, from 2000 to 2100, this 100-year span, we had an exact supermoon January of 2005, December of 2008, January 2010, March 2011, November 2016, January 2018, and this one is January 21st, 2023. The rest of the century, it seems to come in these pairs, which it looks like it did here too. 08 and 10 is a pair, 16 and 18 is a pair. But you see how 5 and 11 just jumped in there. So the rest of the centuries, 2034 and 36, 2052 to 54 and 54, these are two exact supermoons that'll fall in a 2-year span. But then there's these huge gaps, 70 to 72. And then here's another one where 3 jumped in, 2080, 88, and 90. And the last 2 of this century will be 96 and 98. So exact supermoons are pretty rare and unusual and good for our energy work in that the magnetic pull is that much stronger, but it's the alignment thing, the exact. We have more than that for supermoons, but the exact alignment between the sun, moon, and earth in this way is so powerful to open pathways and to have breakthroughs and to create the new neural pathways in your brain and to break to realign essentially and initiate clean or release clean, depending on if it's a new moon or a full moon. Either way, it's a clean slate and it's an excellent time to work mojo. So we always put that on the radar. Now we are getting down to the wire for these February, March classes, y'all. So I thought up an incentive. Anyone who joins us for the Revelations Dream class, this will be held on Sundays, February and March for 8 weeks, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Pacific, which is 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's $450 for the 8-week course for me and Yeye, and it is worth every penny, y'all. So, but I do want to offer you an incentive to get in there and register before February 1st. And that is, if you haven't already had an Astro Cycles reading with me, I would like to offer that as an incentive. It's $150 value. And I always want to help people know their cycles and where they're at in their own little world at this time. And it would also help you throughout the dream class to just have that information as well. So that's my incentive for that one. And if you have had your Astro Cycles and you want to still join the dream class and get some kind of bonus from me, then reach out directly and we'll work it out. I'll do some kind of reading for the same value as a bonus for joining us in the dream class. I'm really excited about this one. I really do think every class I've had with Yeye is a game changer. It's life-changing. This one is going to be so fun because she's so creative. We're going to have stories and songs, exercises and rituals. Lots and lots of resources, recommended reading, videos, and writing prompts. And we're really cultivating community. Everyone's getting closer by sharing these kind of sacred spaces together. We're deepening all our individual work that we do on our own. Many, many, many of these students in Yeye's classes are leaders in their own right and leaders of their own circles. And when we get together, we amplify our power and we expand our wisdom. And it's just rich, rich, rich. And can't really be explained or planned. We have a sketchy outline, but spirit takes over and it gets magical. So I really do encourage you, if you want to incubate a vision for the new year or for the coming next couple of years, this is the where to start. Or if, like I said before, if you're looking to learn a few more tricks and tips about connecting with your ancestors or your higher self or your soul self, this is also going to be really good for that. And then for my astrology buffs, join me on Tuesdays in February, March for the Astro 101 class, where we use your own blueprint to learn about cycles and patterns and basic astrology 101 for those of you who want to learn the signs and the houses and the planets and kind of use your own chart to figure things out. I have a really good time with that, let's say, teaching model, as it were. And I've got a couple of people signed up, but there's still room for more. So be sure to register for that if you're looking to deepen your knowledge there, or supplement any other certification programs you're in. If you're looking to do this for other people, it's still a great class for that as well, because you learn things that aren't in any books anywhere. So that's it for this week, y'all. It is light on activations, but deep on energy and alignments and new beginnings and initiation, which, remember, seeds germinate in the darkness. New moons are the dark of moon. What's going to happen with the exact super new moon is that sunset that day is going to appear bigger. The sun will seem bigger and brighter. So get out under that sky, get some vitamin D, y'all, and reach out if you need to. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off. Have a fantastic week.